I walked into the living room and there she was, my mother-in-law, sprawled on the couch, boxes scattered around her like she owned the place. My wife didn't even blink. She said, "She's living here now. If you don't like it, you can leave." I stared. The words hung in the air, sharp and deliberate. I nodded once. Deal. Then I turned and left. The walk to my car was quiet, but inside a storm raged. I didn't shout, I didn't beg, I didn't cry, I didn't react. I planned. Every betrayal I had endured was folding into a cold, precise strategy. By the time my foot hit the accelerator, the first step had already taken root. Months earlier, I had loved her, my wife, bright and warm, full of laughter and secrets she only shared with me. The apartment we rented together had been in my name. I had worked, scraped, and fought for every square foot of it. She had been my world. And now she had chosen her mother over me, over us, without hesitation. The first hint came subtly. A longer absence here, a hidden phone call there, late-night whispers. Then a single message accidentally left open on the table. "He won't interfere. She'll have everything." I didn't explode. I didn't confront. I wrote everything down. Every date, every subtle insult, every slight. I documented. Because revenge, I knew, is nothing without patience. I canceled the lease the next day. Legally, it was mine. The rental agreement, utilities, the security deposit, everything was tied to me. Not her, not them, me. I called the landlord, polite, calm, professional. "I'm terminating the lease. Vacate immediately. Otherwise, eviction proceedings will follow." I let the law do what anger could not. They didn't believe it at first. My wife called, screaming, pleading, trying to guilt me. I listened, carefully, letting her words crash against the walls of reason I had built. "Please, Jack, don't do this. Think about the kids, the home." I smiled, quietly, on the other end of the line. I had thought about it, every detail. I had thought about the betrayal, the disrespect, the casual cruelty of her words. And I had thought about the mother-in-law sprawled like royalty on my couch. The landlord arrived a week later. I stayed hidden, observing, savoring every moment. She opened the door with a frown, arrogant as always, thinking she could intimidate him with her age, her presence, her entitlement. He was unyielding, professional, clear. "This lease is terminated. Vacate or face legal action." Her arrogance faltered. My wife's calls to me had stopped. She realized, too late, that I had planned every step, anticipated every defense. My mother-in-law's smug smile vanished, replaced by panic. Boxes were thrown into the hall, accusations spat, but the law was a wall they could not climb. I watched from the street, hands in pockets, calm. The eviction notice in hand, the reality of their humiliation etched on their faces. They had gambled on my submission. They had lost. I didn't gloat, not loudly. I let the silence speak. It was more satisfying than any confrontation could be. The emotional weight, the power shift, the proof that respect cannot be demanded. It must be earned. And they had earned nothing from me. Walking away, I felt a strange release. It wasn't happiness exactly, it was clarity. I had not only removed them from my home, but from the narrative they thought they controlled. My home, my rules, my life, restored. I left behind the echo of their cries, the shattered sense of entitlement, the shattered illusion of control. I drove away, windows down, the city alive around me, and for the first time in months, I breathed without their shadow pressing on my chest. Betrayal had been sharp, but revenge, executed with precision, is sharper. I had struck without hesitation, without cruelty, without excess. Just law, logic, and the quiet satisfaction of watching those who thought they could control me fail spectacularly. Sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't noise. It's watching the pieces fall into place while you walk away, untouched, unbroken, free.